The only thing that actually puts Peach Bottom, Pennsylvania on a map is they have a nuclear power plant in Peach Bottom, Pennsylvania. So now to give you an idea of where we are in time, my GPS was MapQuest. That's where we are. I'm trying to find my way around this podunk area. It's not even a town, it's just streets and trees through this MapQuest. Looking through the papers, I cannot find the road. It's a simple road. It has a family name on it, and I can't find it. And I'm driving along, and all of a sudden, no lie, oh, I get chills. I wish you could see. I remember that there was a road over here to the right, but I wasn't paying attention to that. Because as I looked ahead, sitting smack dab in the middle of the road, square on the yellow lines, was this white dog. Some sort of like lab, you know, that kind of girl. Sitting there. Now, to help you understand my set in a lot of different kinds of spirituality, like Native American stuff, they believe that the appearance of a full white animal is spirit trying to talk to you. So now I sat there for a moment, and I looked at this dog, and I was like, whatever. And I slowly drove past it, and that dog did not flinch. When have you ever seen such a thing? It sat there, square, in the middle of the yellow lines, watching me the whole time. So I go down the road, and it's this tree-covered thing, and I'm going down the road, and I'm going down the road, and all of a sudden I see the sign, caution, get out! Because I'm about to drive right up onto the nuclear power plant. Well, shit, let's get out of here. So I turn around, and I'm coming back out, and as I'm coming back out, there's that same white dog sitting in the middle of the road, square on the yellow lines, except this time, it has turned around and is facing me again. Huh. I sat there, I stared it down in the eyes for a little while, and finally I said, all right, what is it you have to show me? And with that, that dog was up and shot up that road. So, okay, let's follow him. And so off I came, and as we're coming up to the end of the road where there's a T, the dog darts off into this yard, and I come up to the stop sign, and right there is the road to the family farm. Things that make you go, right? You can write it off 1,000 ways, but I've never, when have you seen any kind of animal not move out of the way of a vehicle? The other one was meeting the shaman. Oh, do we still have cards on the tables? Yeah. We're gonna, since I do have all of this time, I'm gonna gather your cards again for a moment, and I'm gonna give them all to Stacy and Stacy. And they'll get to pick three. It's like a 2-for-1 bonus.
We pick three.
Yeah, pick three between you. That'll be fine. So, if you follow up to my life, you know I have all of these nicknames. Most of them are generally appropriate in some way, shape, or form. And there's this dude in my life I call the Shaman. Now, I did not meet him as the Shaman. I had seen him around at different places. The neighbor used to have parties. So I had seen him there. I'm sure we chatted at some point, but we had not discussed anything spiritual, magical, nothing. I might have had my suspicions as I look back. I might have from time to time heard him say something like, huh. But I didn't think anything of it. And then one night, I'm chilling out, I'm meditating, I'm zenning. All of a sudden I get this vibe to go out into the driveway. So I go out into the driveway, and there's Santa's dude, who will become the shaman. He hands me a parchment, folded, wrapped in a beaded leather cord. And he says, do with this what you want. Turned around and he was gone. Huh. So I went upstairs, I went to my altar, I stood there and I looked at it because the piece that's missing is the outside, had like a dragon's eyeball drawn on it. I just stood there for the longest time. And at this time, I really have to stress, I was so alone in my spiritual journey. I hadn't really discussed it with anybody, and I was so new, I couldn't have told anybody what I was experiencing or what I was going through. I was just kind of open along and taking it as it came. So I'm looking at it, and I hear the voice, you know, if you open that, you can't turn back. And I said, yeah, I know, but I'm probably going to do it anyway. And I opened it up, and it's all of this fun, magical stuff, out of the blue. The planets and seals and signs and angels and sigils. And here's a whole sheet all about me. My aura and my number and my angel and my spirit. And what the hell? A talisman I'm supposed to make and carry. What really caught my attention, what made this an impactful moment for me, is that on the very last page, there is a list of sevens. 7 colors, 7 days, 7 heavens, 7 angels, 7 notes on the musical scale. And why that is fascinating is because at the time, I was on that quest. I was so fascinated by sevens, I wanted to know how many different sevens there were because I'm wondering if there's something to it. Only I hadn't spoken that to anyone.